Baobab Resources is a London-listed Mozambican-focused iron ore explorer, and last year it smashed its 300 million tonne resource target. Ben James is the chief executive and joins us now. Welcome here to Proactive Investors, Ben. Perhaps a difficult act to follow last year was. Tell us how the year started for you.
Last year or this year, Jeremy? Last year was a particularly busy year, and what we saw in Mozambique was a transition, Baobab transitioning from an exploration hopeful looking at iron ore to a developer of an iron and steel project rather than pure iron ore. Last year we did smash through a 300 million tonne target. Indeed, we increased our resource inventory tenfold up at Tet. Tet's a very exciting place to be operating at the moment. We consider it the dress circle of the mining industry in sub-Saharan Africa. We're immediately adjacent to all of some of the largest coal deposits left on the planet, which are being brought into production by some of the largest mining companies, Rio Tinto, Vale.
I was going to say, that's the thing about that area. He's got some stunning names amongst it.
Absolutely, and not just on the mining side as well. We're talking about some of the tier one steel producers are operating in the area, which has important implications for us down the track. We've got POSCO, we've got Nippon Steel, Tata, and Jindal all operating in the area. So for us, as a pig iron hopeful, we see a real opportunity here by partnering up with these potential strategics, and actually there's a very real opportunity of bolting on a steel mill onto the back of our pig iron project.
This is the thing, isn't it? It's a pig iron development story, really, isn't it, Baobab?
Absolutely it is, and this is the key differentiator for us. Ask yourself why steel mills are on the coast. Because you need three vital commodities: iron ore, coal and power. In Mozambique, in Tet, we are at the confluence of these commodities, and this gives us real opportunities to add a huge amount of value on site. We're not just going to be yet another iron ore concentrate exporter, we're actually going to be exporting a pig iron product, if not a steel product. Give
us some idea then of what's going to happen in 2012. What's the forward programme for Baobab?
We're already well into it. It's pre-feasibility time for Baobab up at Tet. We've got a large team on the ground developing additional resources and increasing confidence in our existing resources, so moving them from inferred to indicated. Behind the scenes, we've got an excellent group of industry specialists, including Coffee Mining, SNC-Lavalin, Dr. John Clout is in there as well, working on the mining and environmental engineering and infrastructure aspects of our pre-feasibility study. We should have that knocked over by the end of the year. We're going to have a lot of meaningful news flow coming out of that study as we develop additional resources and we fine-tune the metallurgical test work, not just in the beneficiation of concentrates, but take it on to pyrometallurgical test work and actually generate a test sample of pig iron.
You've mentioned a lot of big names around there. Why invest in Baobab? Why is it Baobab a unique investment opportunity?
Well, of all the African iron ore hopefuls, I think Baobab is one of the most likely to actually get off the ground. We've got low capex because we've got access to existing and expanding infrastructure. We've got all the coal that we would require for a vertically integrated iron and steel operation, and we've got hydro and in the future thermal power at very competitive tariff rates. You couple that with the potential strategic partners in our neighbourhood and you've got a very compelling case for investment.
What about your other projects?
Right, well, Baobab is a multifaceted company with a suite of very exciting projects in our portfolio. Our second tier asset is the one-day joint venture with North River Resources, a nameless PLC, where we are developing a magnetite phosphate deposit. This is a deposit that is immediately adjacent to our Tet project, so logistically it's very simple for us to operate, and it's a perfect sister project to Tet because it's the same suite of commodities. We did 2,000 metres of drilling there last year. We're waiting on results from the laboratory to ascertain what level of interest we'll have coming into it this year, but I anticipate we'll be doing a lot more work there this year. It's a very exciting area. Of course, phosphates are becoming more and more in demand as the requirement for fertilisers increases. Down at Munduguera, which is our copper nickel gold asset, we're doing a lot of work as well. At Munduguera, back in 2008, we announced a maiden resource estimate there of around 3 million tonnes at 1.5% copper. So we don't like to distract our investors. TET is the core asset, and this is really what we're focused on. But in the background, we're doing a lot of work. We've got a dedicated technical team working on down there at Mununguara, just plugging away.
So where's Baobab going to be in a year's time?
That's a very good question, isn't it? We will have completed the pre-feasibility and we'll be on our way into definitive feasibility. We, with any bit of luck, will have a strategic partner in there with us to assist us with the development of the TET asset and the iron and steel industry of Mozambique.
Lots going on.
Plenty going on.
Ben,
it's just the beginning.
Okay, Ben, thanks for joining us. It's Ben James there. He's the Chief Executive of Baobab Resources.
This film is for educational and leisure purposes only. Proactive Investors does not provide investment advice. The company is a publisher and is not registered with or authorized by the Financial Services Authority. Please refer to the full terms and conditions on the Proactive Investors website.